With Thanksgiving coming up this week, I'd just like to take a moment to wish a happy Thanksgiving to everyone watching this, especially if you're a turkey. Because we're going to slit your throat, stuff your dumb bird corpse with bread, chopped vegetables, garlic and rosemary, and then bake you in an oven for 4 hours. It's what you f***ing deserve. This will be your final happy Thanksgiving.
Your Morning Blitz begins now.
Oh, good morning, 6:07. Kelly Quinn, Thick Rick on the Morning Blitz as we make our descent into winter, Kelly.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's coming. Enjoy some sunshine this afternoon. You're going to get up to a whole 46 for a high. Then we're going to start seeing temperatures get below freezing at night and then not even get to freezing during the day as we continue over the next several days. Now Saturday, mostly cloudy, flurries, and a high of 31. Sounds like an OSU Michigan game to me.
Yeah, and it's also, that time of year. Like, I'm serious, you guys, when I say I'm so sick of the heat that I need winter. What we experienced this past summer and fall with the weird, unseasonable temperatures all the way into November, bring it on, man. I'm ready. I'm tired of being hot.
Kelly's from another planet.
Seriously, I want some snow. I want some, seasonal weather. I am so ready for it. Plus, we like to have, bonfires for our Thanksgiving and Christmas celebrations. And we love it to be cold.
Oh, okay.
I'm all for it. Yeah, you want a really warm Michigan game? No. You want it to be cold.
Oh, I'll be warm and dry in my house, so I'm not worried about that. But I just, I hate the loss of the sun. That's what I miss.
Not me. Go away.
Sunshine?
Let me be for a little while. Really, well, give me a week here.
Okay, well, you're going to get it. You're going to get it because there's no sign of sunshine after today.
I like to have the best excuse always to just lay around and chill. And sunshine makes me feel guilty.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
Now I'm starting to understand.
Like I said, I'm done with the heat. I'm done with even moderate heat. I don't even want 70s anymore. I'm so happy about this weather. I cannot tell you.
Okay.
Now, I will be complaining in January about the cold, all right? So.
All right.
I don't want you to go, remember on November 26th when you were talking about how you were so sick of the sun?
I won't have to.
Okay.
Because we'll get 1,000 texts saying that.
No, you'll do it. You're the one who... Remember at 6:09 a.m. when you said... And you were wearing that black sweater? Remember that? That's how good your memory is. Don't call me on it. I will be complaining about the cold.
All right.
Just not right now.
So this is kind of odd. Today is Cake Day.
Oh, yes.
But it's also Anti-Obesity Day. What the hell are you trying to do to us here? Why? What is the point of that? Jeez.
That is really unkind.
Yeah. What is that about?
Give us Anti-Obesity Day the day after Cake Day, all right?
Maybe Black Friday.
At least let us have Cake Day in peace, will you?
Didn't mention this yesterday. I saw Wicked did $114 million. Third largest domestic opening of the year.
Nice. Yeah. Oh, everybody's loving it.
Yeah?
Yeah, everybody's loving it, and I am seeing people give tips when they say you can tell when a row of friends comes in and they're getting ready to sing out loud. You can see the deep breath. You can see the shoulders moving. And this guy said he just turned around and said, no. And they all stopped. I saw that video on TikTok yesterday. It was really funny.
I also saw John M. Chu. He's the director of Wicked. And says, tells people to ask their theaters to turn the volume up to at least a 7 to hear the movie the way it was intended.
But this one goes to 11.
Right. I'm like, why not go higher? I mean, I don't know. Said I've gone to a couple screenings and they're more like a 6.4. I'm like, what, really? A 6.4 to a 7 is going to make that big of a difference?
I don't know. Did you say he was the
director, John M. Chu, the Wicked director?
I was going to say if it was like the person who did the music, It's like they know how they want something to sound.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I guess many fans replied and said they didn't know they could request a volume change.
I had no idea.
And some said their viewing did sound low. Yeah. Interesting. I did 114 million here. Worldwide, it did 164 million.
Yeah.
In comparison, Gladiator 2 locally did 56 million in the United States. Globally, $221 million.
How about that?
So, Wicked won the United States. Gladiator 2 won the world. So, I thought that was interesting. Right.
Can I take issue with Brian's text? It says, typical woman, just got to have something to complain about. I'm not complaining. I'm embracing the weather, Brian. You know who's complaining is Thick Rick. He does not want it to be cold. I'm embracing. I'm excited. I'm the one saying, bring it on, baby. I don't know how you misunderstood that, Brian, but I'm not complaining. Maybe you're the one complaining, bro. Did you ever think of that?
Now look what you did, Brian.
She came down in a bubble, bro.
You're not the one who has to be in here with her, Brian. Why'd you do that?
I mean, I'm trying to say I'm not complaining, am I? What did I complain about?
Yeah, see, I'm with Goose. The cold is not a biggest issue. I miss the sun. I hate the clouds constantly nonstop.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you that I encourage you to learn how to enjoy your indoor situation. Enjoying the couch, setting up your resting spot to be have maximum pleasure there. You will be so happy for those cloudy days. You'll change your brain around.
So you just like this weather to give you an excuse to lay around and do nothing. Okay.
1,000%. Yeah. That is what winter is for. The earlier the winter comes, the more I can feel good about relaxing all day.
I never needed an excuse. All right, we have got your Lonely Ones tickets just after 8. We've got OSU hockey, Penn State hockey tickets just after 7. And Morning Blitz trivia right now with a $25 gift card to Waterbeds and Stuff if you're the first one to text in the correct answer at 99700. Another, this one's a cartoon character, is getting a horror film. You know, like we had Winnie the Pooh got a horror film, and, we keep getting this stuff. Well, now this classic cartoon character is getting a new horror film. Tell us who it is at 99700, and if you're first, we'll give you that gift card. 30 Seconds to Mars on the Morning Blitz. It is 6:24. That's Kelly Quinn. I'm Thick Rick. We have got quite a few texts coming in here, Kelly. Now, Ryan Simmons says he's with you. He wants the depressing weather.
I don't know why we're calling it depressing weather. I think it's great weather.
I don't know. That's what he called it. You said you'll be complaining in January, and Trashman Dave said, oh, don't worry. We'll remind you.
Yeah, because Thick Rick remembers everything that I say, the date that I say it, what I was wearing when I said it, and he likes to call me on the carpet for everything I say. So I was just trying to, I was trying to head that off at the pass and say, look, I know I'll be complaining. So,
all right. What up? Shout out to Michael McClaskey. Texted in and said, good morning, the Morning Blitz. He's headed into work. Chad says, what I can't stand is people complaining about the seasons when it happens every year. Move if you don't like it. He's got a point.
I have heard tell of people moving to Phoenix or some type of all warm climate, and they don't like it.
Yeah, then they complain that it's too hot all the time.
Well, or just that it's the same all the time.
Right.
If it's always the same, that feels... I don't know. I do love a change.
Yeah, Ohio, that's for sure. Ohio weather is never boring.
And, I love giant sweaters. I love being in giant sweats and things like that. That's my favorite loungewear, is anything that's huge and warm.
All right.
So bring it on.
All right, Morning Blitz trivia question. We asked what classic cartoon character is now getting his own new horror film. And the answer to that... I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. Popeye. I'm strong to the finish because I eat my spinach. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. And it does involve spinach.
Yeah, I like it. I feel like I could see that.
Yeah.
I could feel like the fights between Popeye and Brutus. I feel like Olive Oil is kind of a creepy character, although I love Olive Oil.
Right.
But... there's something off about her.
So the name, obviously, Popeye the Slayer Man. And it reimagines the iconic sailor as a ruthless killer. Will be out early in 2025. Story follows a group of friends who investigate an abandoned spinach canning factory, and they uncover the dark legend of Popeye.
Ooh, is it Soylent Green?
I got a clip here of the trailer.
They're, aware of the charming stories circulating about this place.
I don't believe in ghost stories.
He's not a ghost. The Sailor Man is real. He doesn't take kindly to visitors stopping at his doorstep.
If she's just doing some school project, then why won't she just pick the phone up? Yeah, what should I do? She said they're going to be at the old canning factory, right? Let's go down there.
Do you know where the factory closed down 20 years ago? There was a spinach contamination.
Spinach contamination.
Mm-hmm. It's people!
They said they're going to be down at the old canning factory. Who hangs out at a canning factory?
Hey, they're called bandos, abandoned properties. They're very cool.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, they have photographers love abandoned properties. Don't you love to see an abandoned amusement park or an abandoned mall? We've got a ton of pictures of
I get it.
The inside, the disgusting inside of Eastland Mall.
Yeah,
or just a freaky, weird, abandoned psychiatric facility.
Ooh,
yeah. I mean, come on. This is a perfect setup for Popeye. I love it.
All right. Yeah. I definitely want to check it out. Got to say congrats to David Smith from Piketon. He was the first one to text in the correct answer, so David's got $25 to go spend at Waterbeds and Stuff and Beds and Stuff Superstores.
It's the Morning Blitz.
And now it's time for I've Got Something.
Let's see if these dummies have anything worthwhile for us.
You got to call us a dummy every day. All right, I've got something. Kelly's got something. What do you got?
Well, a travel blogger from Florida is in an ongoing feud with Egypt. And it is so funny. Let me tell you what's happening. The blogger's name is Ben Schlapig. He runs the 1 Mile at a Time website. And last week, he posted a review titled, Cairo Airport, Is There a Worse Major Airport?
Wow.
In it, he slammed this airport. He slammed employees for being, quote, actively hostile and rude and making endless requests for tips. He said the airport itself is inconvenient and disorganized to outright chaotic. He said they have yuck lounges, weak food offerings, and without a single redeeming quality.
Can't deal with a yuck lounge.
So to add insult to injury to the country of Egypt, a bunch of Egyptians chimed in the comment section saying, you're right, this airport is absolutely terrible. So in response, Egypt's Civil Aviation Ministry pulled every second of security footage of this travel blogger. They found him, they pulled all of the security footage, and they went minute by minute, seeing where he went and all that. First of all, they said, you posted photos of a bathroom you didn't even visit. And then they said, it was unreasonable of you to visit 2 lounges before a single flight. You just went, your goal was to undermine the airport. And we're going to sue.
What?
Yeah. This is a travel blogger. It's just a dude.
Yeah.
And so they're super mad about it. So then this guy, Ben Schlapig, responded to them because they posted all this. They were so upset about it. He said, number one, this is the most bizarre response I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And then he said, and I'm paraphrasing here, who do you think you are, North Korea? Pulling all my surveillance? So that's where we are right now in this feud between a Florida travel blogger and Egypt. It's crazy.
So their response doesn't address these things he said.
He said it was unreasonable. They said it was unreasonable of him to do everything he did in that airport that day. That's just not what a normal traveler would do.
Oh, I see. So that he's going out of his way to, review them.
Yes.
Well, he's a travel blogger.
Right.
That's what he does.
The funniest part is reading this guy, the comments, because just time after time. Yep, I'm an Egyptian. I live in Egypt. You're right. The airport's terrible. The airport's awful. It's one of the worst, and then everybody's offering their idea of the worst airport. But for the most part, they're all agreeing that Cairo airport is terrible. So I just think that's funny. I'm sort of waiting for the next episode of this now.
Right? All right, I've got something.
Okay, what you got?
Well, everything's pretty much has to be high-tech now. Got to have everything be high-tech. There is a luxury bathware brand in Japan they developed a human washing machine.
Okay.
All right. No, you don't have to get in and go through a spin cycle or anything like that. But you can kind of imagine it. It's based on some design that somebody came up with 50 years ago. An early version debuted at an expo in Japan in 1970, but this one, like I said, is high-tech. It looks like look at this, Kelly. It looks like the cockpit of a jet.
Oh, I like that. You know what it looks like? One of those suicide machines.
That's what everybody's saying.
No
the
way.
Switzerland suicide pods?
That's what it looks like.
That's what people are saying. So they're kind of creeped out by that.
Yeah.
But this one you can see in. Like the suicide pod doesn't have the glass windows all the way around it.
Mix these bad boys up, did you?
Right. But yeah, a lot of people said that. That's kind of funny that you brought it up. So it looks kind of like a cockpit of a fighter jet. And it fills up with water. So it's like an enclosed tub. They haven't revealed a ton of details, but it uses microscopic bubbles to blast the filth off of you. Meanwhile, AI tracks your vitals to make sure you're comfortable and that the water temperature is perfect.
There's no chance I am getting inside a pod and having that thing fill up with water. Do you know how many ways that can go wrong?
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
Although,
now, I don't think it's going to fill up fully. You're not going to be submerged.
I know. When it's working properly, you're not going to be submerged.
Right. But if it malfunctions.
You know where I could use this? Right after the log ride at Kings Island.
Yeah.
When you're soaked.
Right.
And you don't want to walk around soaked.
Yeah.
You're like, let me just wash this disgusting water off me and dry up, and then I'm going to be good to go the rest of the day.
Well, it also dries you off.
I love it.
It dries you off.
I want this right outside the log ride.
And the whole process takes 15 minutes.
Okay.
So, you get in, 15 minutes, you're dry and clean.
I'm not doing it because I don't want to drown that way.
I understand.
But I sort of like the idea, I guess. What's the purpose of it? Why can we just throw all our laundry inside the pod and watch it go to town on it? And have laundry done in 15 minutes? Because that would be a dream, I'll tell you.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to get you dry that quick. But yeah, that's a great idea. So they're going to unveil this at a conference in April, and then eventually start selling them after that. They haven't not said yet how much they will cost. But if it's going to really thoroughly clean you and dry you, and it's all done in 15 minutes, I don't know. I'm not doing the first version. It's kind of like. You never want to buy the first version of something. You want to wait till they've been updated and reviewed.
Work out the kinks in that bad boy.
Right.
The thing is, what would be the purpose of just needing one outfit cleaned? That's the thing I don't understand. Why is this a thing? I need all my laundry done.
Your laundry?
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with your laundry.
What is it?
It's a human wash. You sit in this.
I know, but isn't it to wash your clothes?
No,
oh, it's to wash your
you.
Oh, it's to wash your body.
Yes. Where did you come up? Why did you think?
Because I'm thinking washing machine is for clothes.
Oh no, that's why I got the human
clothes.
Washing machine.
Okay, am I the only one who misunderstood this completely?
Know, maybe.
Okay, I'm like,
because you said I'm never getting in this thing, so I figured you understood.
Right, but I thought you were just supposed to wear your
no.
You
get in naked. You get in it naked.
For everyone to see?
Well, it's like in your bathroom.
Oh,
it's
not in public.
No, you're not going to the mall and use it.
I'm so confused.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I cannot be the only one who misunderstood a human washing machine. Am I? Text it 99700.
Yeah, it blasts.
Am I the moron?
Again, it uses microscopic bubbles to blast the filth off of you.
I was thinking clothes this whole time. Okay.
Because, you've seen those, walk-in showers they make now, kind of similar, but this one, you just sit down and it does all the work for you. So you step inside it naked, in 15 minutes, you're clean and dry.
Okay.
No?
I can take a shower in 5 minutes. Why am I extending that experience to 15?
Are you going to get this clean?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Absolutely,
right.
And I'm controlling it myself.
Microscopic bubbles.
Okay, I'm off the whole project. I'm off the project.
I don't really want to get in it either. I just thought it was interesting.
15 minutes. Who's taking a 15-minute shower even? That's too long.
Well, what about a bath? How long?
Not even a bath,
Well,
baby.
there are people who
6 minutes.
There are people who
6
take
minutes
15-minute baths.
I start to sweat.
There are people who want to relax in a bubble bath and just lay there and read a book.
Is that what this is?
Oh, no, you're not reading a book in there.
No.
Your book would be ruined.
Okay. So it's not comparable, is what you're saying?
No.
Okay.
No, but I'm just saying as far as length of time goes. So, I don't know. We'll see about it when it comes out in April. See, they're on the Morning Blitz, 6:52. Kelly Quinn, Thick Rick. We've gotten so many texts about the first hour this morning of things that have happened on the air here. Going all the way back to the Popeye the Slayer Man horror movie that's coming out in early 2025. Trashman Dave said, I always envisioned Popeye as a psycho steroid boy with back acne and rage issues, Olive Oil as the crack whore girlfriend, and Bluto as the pimp daddy trying to get Popeye to stop interfering with his lucrative business. Wow, you put a lot of thought into that, Dave. And then we got a text from Aaron saying it's Brutus, not Bluto. Well,
no,
they're both.
He said it's Bluto, not Brutus.
Well,
I called him Brutus.
Okay, well, it's both. Bluto and Brutus were each enemies of Popeye. Bluto changed to Brutus in 1957.
Yes.
So there was
a
both.
Copyright issue.
Yes. So there was a Bluto and a Brutus. Pamela's with you. She's a total outdoorsman, but believes that winter break is for relaxation and reading. So people are still commenting on Kelly loving winter right now. And then John D. said something about you and weed.
Oh, yeah, no. People are like, they thought that I understood what you were talking about the whole time until I didn't. Right. Like, I need to leave your weed stash alone. Nikki said she feels like she smoked a joint after the conversation. She's like, what happened? Yeah. I'm so sorry.
Oh, my gosh. You said fancy pod, but does it have a seashell? I think that's a... I'm talking about Demolition Man. All right. We have got your OSU hockey tickets coming up just after Kelly's 7 o'clock news. They're going to take on Penn State at the Schottenstein Center on December 5th. It's Puck and Paws night. Yes, you can bring your dog to an Ohio State hockey game. So we'll have that. And then tickets to see the Lonely Ones, we'll give those away just after 8 o'clock this morning.
And now, the 3 things you need to know before you go.
The Ohio State Highway Patrol is putting out a reminder that you should not get behind the wheel while under the influence of alcohol or marijuana. AAA's National Director of Traffic Safety, Jake Nelson, says he is concerned that a lot of people don't view driving under the influence of marijuana as dangerous, even though studies show it does significantly impact your driving abilities. Studies show marijuana affects nearly every aspect of driving. Drivers under the influence tend to exhibit inconsistent steering, with weaving being one of the most common signs of impairment, and drivers under the influence of marijuana tend to drive slower.
The weed!
Which really reminds me of the movie Black Sheep with Chris Farley and David Spade when he steals a police cruiser and that nitrous tank starts leaking and he gets pulled over with David Spade in the back seat.
Do you have any idea how fast you were going?
I got a 426 Hemi in her. 3/4 cams, nitro boosters. I can get her up to as good as 155. Never do, though, of course, unless I'm chasing a cute chick in a Ferrari. I guess I was going about 65, tops.
7 miles an hour.
I just want 7.
You sat at a blinking yellow light for 10 minutes.
So, yes, that was Black Sheep, the movie. But anyway, that, I guess, is a telltale sign, is that people under the influence of weed are driving slower, and they leave a ton of room between themselves and the car in front of them, more than normal.
Well, that's safe driving, isn't it?
Not really.
Having a shirt clear distance?
So how do officers detect? If you get pulled over, is there a test to detect whether you're under the influence of marijuana? Now, they do roadside tests. That's standard for drinking and drugs.
Make your eyes follow like a pen or something.
Officers also do saliva tests in Ohio to detect marijuana. Yes.
What is it? What?
So your saliva, cannabis is detectable in saliva for up to 24 hours. So they have a test strip. That's right.
They've got one now. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Because I always thought that was a big part of the problem when it came to legalizing marijuana and stuff, that there was no way to test for it for DUI purposes, but there is.
There is. So you get popped for driving under the influence of anything. How bad will you screw up your Thanksgiving plans? Well, first offense, you could get thrown. It's the same as alcohol. Okay. They're all the same. You don't get a felony until your fourth offense within 6 years.
Is that right?
But the misdemeanor penalties keep going up. You get hundreds of dollars in fines. Yeah. You know, if you get popped for the first time, 3 days in jail possibility, and mandatory. I think you have to go to you'd always go to Maryhaven.
Like the weekend at Maryhaven deal?
3 days, that type thing. You might get a suspended license.
That's what I was
something
like
ask.
That. Yeah, will they suspend it on the first one?
They will. 6 months to 3 years, a possibility.
Now, when it comes to alcohol, you have a 0.08 limit.
Yeah, there is a marijuana limit, although I don't know what it is. There is an acceptable level.
So the saliva test will give you a number, like a level?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm such a lightweight, so I don't know.
Yeah, don't be testing out any of your homegrown and then taking a little trip down to the store.
Okay.
All right? That's just my
I would never.
warning to you. All right, Eric and Lyle Menendez will not be getting out of prison until next year at the earliest. You know, they were at a hearing yesterday via video. The judge pushed back resentencing to January 30th. He was going to do it December 11th. He said, nope, we're going to go January 30th. He said he needed time to review 17 boxes of evidence, and he needs to give the newly elected district attorney a chance to review the brothers' case. But remember, yesterday we were talking about how Lyle Menendez is getting so much action behind bars, like tons of babes and everything. Lyle Menendez basically was first married years ago behind bars. Within about a year, his wife found out he was cheating with some other woman. All right. So it's not sexual cheating because he can't be doing it behind bars. But he can have emotional affairs, and he was doing that. She divorces him. He gets married again a couple of years later. And for the last 20 years, he's been married to this woman named Rebecca. Right? Well, he's cheating again with a 20-something-year-old college student from the UK. So just yesterday, Rebecca said, yes, we are separated. We've been separated for a while, so it's not exactly cheating, etc. But anyway, Lyle Menendez, all he needed was to go to prison, and he's getting more babes than he can handle.
It's crazy, man.
It's wild. Those are your three things.
Motionless in White on the Morning Blitz, 7:09, Kelly Quinn, Thick Rick, and we're about to give away these OSU hockey tickets, but I want to get back to this smoking pot and driving stuff. We are getting so many texts. Tristan said, when I was in high school, I worked at Burger King and was late to work because I sat at a stop sign waiting for it to turn green.
Oops.
Because I was so fried.
Oh, boy.
Another text said, we had lick tests for weed and meth in Australia for 10 years or so now.
All right, there you go.
Lick tests.
Yeah, it's the saliva.
Bob B said, eye test for marijuana is called checking for strabismus, or lack of convergence. All right.
All right.
Gerald says you got to keep mouthwash with you. I guess, does that create a fake?
I don't know how that helps your urine if they end up doing a urine test.
No, saliva.
I know, but I'm saying they can also do a urine test.
Oh, really? For marijuana?
Yes, sir.
But it'll be a current. But well, that's interesting because I know it stays in your marijuana or your urine for like weeks.
Right.
All right, well, so...
urine and blood, it shows up.
Oh, yeah, well, blood for
all of it.
Months.
Yep.
But that wouldn't tell you if you were high at that moment. You'll show up, marijuana would show up in a blood or a urine test, long after you smoked. But you said that you have the limits?
Yeah, it says marijuana, the limit in the urine is 10 nanograms per milliliter, and in the blood, 2 nanograms per milliliter. So if you are test under that, you'd be all right.
Well, I don't understand
for urine
that.
And blood.
I don't understand that, though.
You'll have to take it up with the state of Ohio.
But what about the saliva test?
I don't know. There's nothing about
All
that.
right. I don't know, man. This doesn't sound like they quite got this worked out right.
I bet you have a bunch of defense attorneys out there who would take your case.
Yeah, I'm sure. Text here. Yeah, I'm a better driver high. Definitely not going slower. Okay. All right. Well, I don't know, man. It's interesting. I'm curious as to how many of you are out there driving high. Like often, once in a while.
This is interesting, and this is from a law firm. But it says, unlike blood tests, breath tests, urine tests, there are no legal limits for alcohol or drugs in oral fluid. So,
okay.
Yeah, I guess if you test positive with the saliva test, then you're busted.
No matter what.
Yeah.
All right. Well, see, that's kind of messed up because, it's like the whole thing. If I drink 2 beers 2 hours ago, I'm probably not going to test above the 0.08 level. If I take 1 hit 2 hours ago, is it going to show up my saliva because I'm not still high after 1 hit 2 hours ago? So that's interesting.
I guess if you're going to use, then just stay home.
That's usually
the safest. And then how does it work out? I guess if you have like a medical, like a doctor's prescription, is it a prescription?
For the medicinal?
Is it considered a prescription?
I believe so.
And also a normal prescriptions, some of them say you should not drive.
Right.
So I'm sure that would be the same with marijuana.
Bobby says, I'm driving right now and smoking. Buzzard says collecting saliva requires a search warrant. I don't know. Let's see. Mike says Listerine Pocket Pals will pass a mouth swab. And Mike says the saliva test does not measure for THC. It is measuring your metabolites. All right. Jace took my driving test stone when I was 16. You guys are out of control. All right, I want to know who's driving a lot under the influence of marijuana, and do you think you're better at it? Let us know, 99-700. You can't call right now because we're going to give away these OSU hockey tickets. So you can call for those, 1-800-821-9970. Caller 9 gets a pair of tickets to see the OSU men's hockey team face off with Penn State at the Shot. That's Thursday, December 5th. It's Puck and Paws night. You can bring your dog to the game, and they will even give your dog a free bandana. So caller 9, 1-800-821-9970. You got a pair of tickets to that game, and then we'll come back with texts about you guys driving stoned out here in Central Ohio. Lit on the Morning Blitz at 7:24. It's Kelly Quinn, Thick Rick. 2 days before Thanksgiving, giving away tickets to check out OSU men's hockey team taking on Penn State at the Shot Thursday, December 5th. Puck and Paws night. You can bring your dog to the game, and Amanda Miller from Etna was caller 9, and she has got tickets to that game. They'll give your dog a free bandana. You can get tickets and get all the details at OhioStateBuckeyes.com. So Kelly was talking about, tomorrow being Drinksgiving, as they call it. Everybody likes to get drunk. By the way, pizza, number one meal day before Thanksgiving. Pizza and beer, that's what we're doing.
Makes sense.
Or weed, apparently. We're having Weedsgiving along with Drinksgiving tomorrow. And Thanksgiving, too,
Every
probably.
day's Weedsgiving to most of the people who are texting us right now, I think.
This one's very interesting to me, and he has to remain anonymous. He says, I drive for a living, and I think I should be able to smoke in the evening, just like somebody who might have a couple of beers, not something to do at work. I just think weed being legal is still so new that the testing hasn't caught up yet. So, yeah, that's an issue. There are still companies who say, I know it's legal, but you can't do it.
Yeah.
And they can do that as a company. They are legally allowed to do that. It's within their rights. And if you're a driver Well, there's a huge liability for a company, and if you're driving on the job and you get into a wreck and, God forbid it's a really bad wreck and somebody gets hurt and then they test you and you're positive, well, the company's screwed. They're going to get the hell suit out of them. So that's the reason for that. I don't know why an NFL player can't get high. That's kind of just really dumb to me. But, so I understand why companies...
Oh, yeah, you definitely want your NFL players slower on the field.
Well, no,
I'm saying, what you're looking for.
I'm saying in April, in the evening, they can't smoke a joint. That's ridiculous.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I think that's absurd. They have to pass a test at training camp every year. If they pass that test, they're good till the next year. Unless they get caught with it or something, then they get randomly tested. But anyway.
All right, this person texted, if I smoke daily and I drive daily, I don't think I could make it anywhere without driving and being high.
Okay, well, I don't know what that issue is. That's a whole different thing there. Let's see. I have smoked since I was 12 on a regular basis, every single day of my life since I was 18. I've never had an accident. I've had one speeding ticket, one seatbelt ticket my whole life, and I drive every day. Is it better? I don't know, but I don't wreck. So that's what we got from that one.
This person says, I will not go out into public at all without being stoned. People are morons, and I need to be numb to their BS.
That's funny. Let's see. I smoke daily and drive daily. I don't think I... Wait, did you read that one? I don't think I could make it anywhere without driving being high. Especially if I have to drive into the big city, I need to be high and calm.
Yes. Let's see here. Oh, Katie says she calls it Danksgiving. That's
Danksgiving, okay. Oh, yeah, I've heard that before. Mm-hmm. Danksgiving, love it. Pam said she quit smoking and drinking 2 months ago. Gummies only now. Somehow I broke my wrist. I'm better high.
Jay said, took my driving test stoned when I was 16.
Yeah, all right. Let's see. There was one. Oh, I wanted to find the one that was talking about something about it was being it was unconstitutional to make you take a saliva swab.
No, they can get a search warrant for your saliva. Any body fluid.
Okay, but you have to have a warrant.
They'll be arrested. You can be arrested, and they can either, if you have to go to the hospital for some reason, they can get a warrant for your blood work there. They can ask for your blood work, or they can ask for a saliva test, or they can get a search warrant.
Okay, but if you get pulled over...
They can arrest you for suspecting you're driving under the influence, and then they'll go through the warrant phase.
Okay, so they're not going to swab you, give you a saliva test right there in your car.
No, I mean...
Like a breathalyzer.
Right.
Okay, that's what I thought you were talking about. Wow,
no,
okay.
Yeah.
So all they got to do is suspect it? Man, I don't know. This is, I think... We need more. I didn't think I'd ever say this, but we might need more lawyers.
I feel like you'd probably get out of it pretty easily at this point. However, I don't know that we should, I don't know.
Right.
You shouldn't be driving under the influence. You shouldn't. I'm not trying to be a stick in the mud here, but honestly, you should not be driving under the influence of anything. But I know people do, so I'm just saying there are ways to tell. And yes, they do have to get a warrant to get any body fluids from you. But,
Okay. Yeah,
I
didn't know.
I mean, I'm not trying to be a jerk here.
No, I mean, you shouldn't drink and drive either.
That's what I'm saying. Under the influence of anything.
But again, I think there's a limit. There should be some sort of limit, and I don't know if they can accurately figure that out.
It is so funny just being out on the road, and this happens so regularly. People even have their windows open a crack. The weed smell on the roads is so funny. It cracks me up. I was taking my mom somewhere a few weeks ago, and she's like, "What is that smell?" I'm like, "Mom, that is weed."
People smoking weed.
That's right. That's right.
Smoke weed every day.
Everybody says I'm fine smoking weed.
Yeah.
I'm fine driving and smoking weed, and that's what people who drink alcohol say too.
John says I drive a semi and it sucks. I can't smoke to relax at night after a stressful day. Yeah, and I disagree with that. I mean, while you get up in the morning, you go to work. You got to drive a semi. You probably shouldn't be able to smoke. But after the day is done, I mean, people can go home and have a couple glasses of wine. Why can't you go home and, hit a couple bowls? I just think that's absurd.
This is interesting. Somebody texted in, you don't need a warrant, implied consent if you're driving. And that is true. There is implied consent. So I'm not exactly sure. I'm not an attorney, obviously.
Yeah, right.
I'm just going to spout off what I'm reading here online. But so this person says you absolutely do not need a warrant. That if you get behind the wheel, it's your implied consent that you can be tested.
All right. Mark is celebrating. He works for a big chemical company in Circleville. He says on the 21st, they came out and said that THC will no longer be part of our random testing. Congratulations, Mark. That's awesome. All right. Well, yeah, I guess it's the same deal with alcohol. Like Sam Kinison said, we're going to drink, we're going to drive, and we're going to get away with it. And it's probably going to be a lot easier to get away with smoking than it is drinking. Alice in Chains on the Morning Blitz. It is 7:40. Kelly Quinn, Vic Rick, got your Lonely Ones tickets coming up here. We'll give those away in about a half an hour. See them at the Newport in February. Real quick, just to revisit one topic from our last discussion about driving and smoking weed and all that when it comes to driving trucks and that type of thing. I forgot, truck drivers are governed by the Federal Department of Transportation and their laws. And since marijuana is still federally illegal, that's why they can't smoke. So they'll probably have to wait till it's declassified as a Schedule I drug and becomes federally legal. And then you'll be able to go home in the evening and take a couple of hits to relax. But until then, guys, I'm sorry. All right, so Thanksgiving coming up here in a couple of days. And there's a lot of things that can ruin your Thanksgiving dinner. But can you put it into 4 words? That's our question. Posted this on the Blitz Facebook page this morning. I made a couple myself. So what we're asking is ruin Thanksgiving in 4 words. My 2 so far that I've come up with are the television is broken.
Yeah, that's
because I'm done.
One.
I'm out, man. If I cannot watch the football game, you better be having dinner early, and then you're not going to see me after. I know it's terrible, but I'm sorry. I just grew up where I've always had Thanksgiving and football. And my other one was found a curly hair. Right. I posted that on the Blitz Facebook page, and Heidi Baldwin just responded, no.
Yeah, that is gross. That will ruin things. You're right.
So we're getting some good posts on the Blitz Facebook page. Ruin Thanksgiving in 4 words. Led Zeppelin on the Morning Blitz. What's up? It's Kelly Quinn and Thick Rick, 7:50, and we're having a little fun here, asking for people to ruin Thanksgiving in 4 words. I grossed everybody out when I said found a curly hair. Yeah, you don't want to hear that at Thanksgiving, for
right,
sure.
I have one. Enjoy. It's all vegan.
Oh, no.
That's a ruiner. Or here's another one. Does this smell right?
Ooh.
But don't ever ask anybody to smell anything that you don't think smells right.
Right. These are yours, right?
Yeah.
All right. I'm on the Blitz Facebook page. We posted it this morning. Mark said, we're out of pie. Yep.
Yes. That's a bad one.
We're getting a bunch of texts in at 99700. You can send yours. Ruin Thanksgiving in 4 words. Heather said the turkey isn't done. Had several that said, let's talk about politics. A lot of people said that. Oh,
yeah. Like, don't throw out a Make America Great Again. Who did you... No.
Oh, that's 4 words.
Who'd you vote for? No. Oh, and you know what's also a polarizing thing? Let me do it in 4 words. Do you like Elon? Elon Musk. He's so polarizing now.
I know, and it's ridiculous. Because he used to be a rock star. Everybody loved him.
Everybody loved him.
Then he bought Twitter. And then it's like, now half the country hates Elon. I'm like, you guys are crazy. Steven said, I got her pregnant. Points at hot cousin.
Ew. Let's see here. Rocky says, Dad clogged the toilet.
Oh, no. Eric Bowser said, this is stolen land. Oh, man, yeah, that'll mess things up.
Somebody said, Mom invited your ex.
Oh, no. No.
Bart says we're out of beer.
I saw one that said the Cowboys are on, and then another one said effing Cowboys lose again.
Oh. Somebody posted candied coli carrots, baby.
What is that?
E. coli carrots. The one they just recalled all those carrots.
Okay. Sam said the Isher is full.
Oh, yeah.
Leland said, I'm a Michigan fan. Okay. Ooh, Robert, that's a rough one. Mom cheated on Dad.
Ooh.
That's going to really ruin Thanksgiving.
I feel like that might spice things up.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Somebody said, I joined a cult. And I'm like, no, that makes my Thanksgiving better. If you start out with, I joined a cult.
Then
that is conversation for the rest of the night.
That's great, yeah. I wondered about this. Can we call mother-in-law one word? Since it's hyphenated?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, the mother-in-law is coming was a
Okay.
Ruin Thanksgiving in 4 words. Oh, my gosh. I did love this one from Mary. She said, it didn't ruin Thanksgiving, but my daughter came to me and said, Mom, I'm in labor. That was the year. My granddaughter was born on Thanksgiving.
Oh, Heath has a good one. He said, the power is out. Ooh. That's a huge ruiner.
Yeah, well, that's the same as the television's broken. I'm leaving. I can't watch the game. Travis said, "Oh, wrong brownies." No, that's gonna make Thanksgiving better. That's not gonna ruin anything.
Oh, Josh says, "I have a warrant." Okay.
Oh no! Oh, I love it. TJ, saw guy are not biting. He's fishing.
Okay.
He's fishing, and the fish aren't biting.
Oh, okay.
Some people get up and go hunting on Thanksgiving to get their turkey.
Yeah?
You know that?
No,
people will hunt Thanksgiving morning for a turkey.
That's a fresh turkey.
That is a fresh turkey. Oh my gosh. There's no deviled eggs. Man, people love their deviled eggs, don't they?
They sure do. Are you a deviled egg fan?
I like deviled eggs. I mean, I like them, but my Thanksgiving wouldn't be ruined without them, I guess is the point.
My stomach kind of hurts when I think about a deviled egg. Like, I don't think I've...
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Why?
It's like a stomach ache and a little tiny compact treat. Ugh.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not a mayonnaise person. So, there's mayonnaise in there, right?
In deviled eggs?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, okay,
Pass.
I get you now. Now I understand. But they're more of like a cookout thing to me. Deviled eggs.
Yeah?
You know.
Okay, like a 4th of July type thing. Okay, gotcha.
I never really thought. I mean, a lot of people will have them Thanksgiving. We always did. My grandmother always made deviled eggs for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
I always ate a couple,
Yeah.
but my Thanksgiving wouldn't be ruined without them. So, Dad brought new wife. Amber, Uncle Mike's drinking again.
Doug said, here's my OnlyFans page.
Oh, no.
That ruins Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we don't need that. We don't need that, Doug. Oh, my gosh. Sick and in bed, said Rob on the Blitz Facebook page. I am not home. That's funny.
Oh,
Hey.
those are good, guys. Keep them coming.
Hey, that's not gravy.
Ew.
You poured it all. I don't know what it is, but you poured it all over your food. So, yeah, you can keep posting these over on the Blitz Facebook page. Ruin Thanksgiving in 4 words.
And now, all right, I'm listening. 3 things you need to know before you go.
The Biden administration is releasing $1.5 billion in long-awaited federal grant money for Intel's planned computer chip complex in Licking County. But senior administration officials say the money will only go to help build half of the $20 billion semiconductor plant, which is currently under construction. Why? Well, because the other half of the project is now significantly delayed and is not expected to be completed until well after 2030.
Oh, great job, guys.
Intel initially said its Ohio complex with 2 fabs would be completed by next year. Of course, that was long ago put off. But they said, the entire thing, 2 fabs, it'll all be done by 2025. This huge complex, 3,000 new full-time jobs created. Those projections are now 1,500 new full-time jobs by the end of the decade. And only one of the 2 fabs will be completed by then. In addition to the federal money, this is interesting, the state of Ohio promised more than $2 billion in additional incentives for Intel, but that's contingent on that project completing and creating as many jobs as they initially promised. So that's all off. I don't know what the future holds here. I'm sure they'll adjust it, and they'll still give those additional incentives. But as of right now, Intel is not on track at all to complete the promises of creating all the jobs they said they would.
All of you involved in this, you effed it up. You effed it all up.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. All I know is I live about a mile east of a big, gigantic hole in the ground.
Right.
So.
Oh my God, this is unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll get up and moving. I'm sure it will, but it certainly isn't what they said it would be.
No, it is never.
At least now. All right, the city of Columbus is now giving away free doorbell cameras to those living in certain zip codes. This is a pilot project. They've never done it before. It's called the Porch Protection Program, and it's to help homeowners monitor their properties and deter porch pirates and other criminals. So you can see if you qualify to sign up. Go to columbus.gov, find the city attorney page, and there you can go to programs and find Porch Protection Program. They are taking applications right now if you would like to see if you qualify for a free doorbell camera.
Well, I don't understand. I paid for my cam.
Well, you have to meet certain requirements, Vic, and, you don't meet those requirements. You can afford your own doorbell camera.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
All right. The Franklin County Dog Shelter is asking people to invite a 4-legged friend home for Thanksgiving this year. They do it basically every long holiday weekend. You can help the shelter and a dog who needs a home by fostering them over the holiday. If you're going to be hanging around at your house over Thanksgiving and you can get a dog out of a cage and into a home for a few days, it really helps the shelter sort of figure out the dog's personality and, determine what kind of home would be good for it. Of course, you would get all the food and toys and any needed medication for that period of time. You don't have to pay for anything. And if you decide, hey, I absolutely love this dog and I want to adopt it, then you can do that, permanently adopt the dog. And it's really inexpensive. It's like $18. And all that is to cover their dog license fee. So it's kind of a win-win if you're sort of considering getting a dog, but you're not quite sure if you're ready. Take one home for 4 days. See what you think. All right. Those are your 3 things.
Oh, people are still texting in 4 words to ruin Thanksgiving. Tracy said, who punched the wall? This one happened because Tracy's brother and now ex-husband put a hole in the wall fighting to get to the cheesecake first, and Mom was pissed.
Oh, I bet.
Pearl Jam and Better Man at 8:10. Kelly Quinn, Thick Rick. Got to say congrats to Erica Stevens from Grove City. She was caller number 9 and scored those tickets to see the Lonely Ones at the Newport. That show Saturday, February 1st. Again, tickets are on sale at axs.com. We'll have another chance for you to win those tomorrow. Kelly, I got a kick out of this. A shoe thief was caught at a Japanese school. Police were called to a kindergarten in Japan to investigate an unusual crime because children's shoes were being stolen.
Okay.
15 shoes went missing from this one kindergarten class on November 6th. Another 6 disappeared the next day. And fortunately, they had security cameras in the school, and they showed the thief. It was a Siberian Weasel.
I have to see what this looks like. A Siberian Weasel?
Yeah, look that thing up. The teacher said, we were very relieved. The kids love the weasel. They think it's so cute when we show them the video of it stealing their shoes. And the weasel was taking the shoes to use in its nest to prepare for the winter.
Oh my gosh. Have you seen... get a load of that.
Oh, he's awesome.
Little cutie.
Yes, isn't he awesome?
I want a weasel.
A Siberian weasel.
Siberian weasel. Can you make them into pets, or will they bite the crap out of you when you fall asleep at night?
I feel like any animal, if you raise it from a baby and you feed it and provide for it.
That's not true, though. Have you ever seen people try to raise like a coyote from birth, or a coyote? I think it was. Like a baby coyote,
really?
It still turns into a freaking nasty wild animal. Yes.
Even to you?
Yes.
Even to the person who raised it?
Yeah, they're completely unpredictable. They grow up with weirdo brains that just make them weird.
I can believe that. I'm sure there are a lot of animals like that, but I believe there are some wild animals that you can do that with.
I have a Siberian weasel as a pet.
Because that seems like, what are they?
No, they're wild.
Yeah, I know, but what are the other ones? The animals?
Prairie dog?
No, the people have as pets.
Oh, yeah.
Ferrets.
Ferrets.
Yes, isn't that kind of like a ferret?
Maybe.
What
is the difference between a weasel and a ferret? Weasels are wild creatures and not easy to live with. Oh, it just ended there. Ferrets are social.
Okay.
So are weasels, though. Weasels are social as well. Oh, they say if you want a weasel... or a ferret, you should adopt more than one.
Yeah, I've always heard that about the ferrets. Always have a pair.
So how do I find 2 Siberian weasels?
It's the Morning Blitz.
It's time for another edition of Normal or No.
Thanksgiving, right around the corner, and this pilgrim is feeling pretty proud.
Steve Carell's great. It's the Morning Blitz, 8:25. Kelly Quinn, Thick Rick. Time for a little normal or nope. And, of course, we have to do a Thanksgiving topic today.
Okay. Lay it on me.
Normal or nope? Having Thanksgiving dinner in the evening. Like when people would normally eat dinner at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
6:30. Having Thanksgiving dinner in the evening. Normal or nope?
1,000,000,000% normal.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
In fact, when we used to do it at my mother-in-law's house, we would typically set dinner for 4-ish, but we never made it on time.
Really?
It was typically around 5:30 that we would sit down to eat. Yeah, no, absolutely normal. I like to go a little earlier just because, it sort of takes care of 2 meals in one, like sort of a late lunch type. I'd love a 2 o'clock situation. We just don't ever do it that way. Charlie and I, we've done it. This is our 3rd year to do it. We probably shoot for around 4 o'clock for dinner.
I can't remember the last time it was later than 2 o'clock.
Yeah, no, we never do it that early. I don't mind it. I love that idea. I love it. But we are typically more of an early evening Thanksgiving family.
Well, some people will say it doesn't leave enough time. If you don't have it later, there's not enough time for appetizers. But we never have appetizers on Thanksgiving. I don't even eat breakfast on Thanksgiving.
No?
So making it to 6 o'clock is an insane idea to me.
Oh, no. I eat all meals. Plus Thanksgiving.
Oh, no.
I don't skip a single meal.
No, I don't eat breakfast on purpose on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but you're doing an early dinner, about 2 o'clock, between 1 and 2?
We're 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
This Thursday.
Yeah, so I don't get that, but still, oh my gosh, I would absolutely be eating breakfast. Are you insane? You're setting yourself up to overeat.
Well, yeah, it's a plan, Kelly. I'm planning to overeat. It's not a setup. I'm not getting tricked or anything. I'm going to overeat.
Yeah. No, I do absolutely. For our family, we are more of I would say, late afternoon, early evening for Thanksgiving. Maybe we're the weird ones.
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Normal or no. Madison said 1 p.m. is normal for us. So, I don't know. Virginia said, my dad's family is Amish. They rent out the school gym for our family Thanksgiving, Christmas, and it's almost always a lunch. Then they all sit and chat and snack and then have dinner. It's a whole day thing.
I love it.
Wait a minute.
That's fun.
You're having your Thanksgiving meal and then later you're having dinner?
Yeah, probably leftovers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, there's always that. That's a snack.
Yeah, they legit put the food away after lunch and then warm it all back up for dinner. That's what Virginia texted back.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's... Madison says absolutely does not eat anything before. I can't do that. I can't skip a meal. It puts me in the worst mood. You've seen me hangry. Matter of fact, it's not pleasant.
I mean, I might have like a breakfast bar just to
tide you over.
Yeah, just to keep the stomach from growling where everybody can hear it.
Yeah, Keith says 2 o'clock is what's not normal. Okay, but Melissa says 1:30 or 2 is normal for their family.
Okay.
Yes, I love the idea of an earlier mealtime, and we always think that we're going to do it that way, but we have so many people traveling in from just sort of out of town, Cleveland and Mansfield and Marion, not that far out of town.
Okay.
We're just like, let everybody have time to get here, and then we just hang out and, probably do a bonfire, and then we eat. Like I said, it's usually about 5.
But see, that's another thing is if I got like a 2-hour drive, and we're going to eat dinner at 6, by the time we're done, it's going to be like 8. By the time I get out of there, it's going to be 9 or 10, and now I got to drive 2 hours?
All our people are spend the night. They all
now
stay
that's
over.
different.
Yeah.
That's a lot different.
We have an overnight. Our Thanksgiving is always an overnight.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I can see that.
Yeah, so Travis he's the same way, cannot skip a meal or he starts to feel sick if his stomach's empty for too long. Yeah, I just start to feel super pissed. Like, I'm just so mad if I skip a meal. If I'm like 10 a.m. and you see me and I haven't eaten, just avoid me. Avoid me. I need all 3 meals every day plus snacks.
I just change it up on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, no, I understand. Like, you're setting yourself up because you know you're going to be jamming down. You're going to be horking down so much food.
Oh, yeah. Now, Keith said, Rick, 2 o'clock is what's not normal.
Yes, yeah.
All right.
Monica says eating at 12:30 on Thursday, and then later around 5, putting the food out again for round 2.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
I like it.
Okay. So you put it all in the fridge, and then you heat it back up because you don't want it sitting out for 4 hours.
Right.
You know.
They put it all away and then bring it back out.
All right. Yeah, Mary said they always have Thanksgiving around 4 or 5. Breakfast is a light, sweet meal like cinnamon rolls. Yeah, we've done that before.
Yes.
Yeah, we've done that before.
Kathy says, I want appetizers, and then I want to eat turkey later in the day, followed by dessert.
Okay.
Like maybe a regular dinner time.
All right. Monica says, we're eating at 12:30. No, I'm sorry. That's not the one I meant to read. We already read that one. It scrolled. That's Kayla said 2 p.m. or 5 p.m. It's different every year. So both are normal for my family.
Whenever it happens,
Right.
yes. Terry says we would plan for 3 o'clock, but always end up closer to 4:30 by the time we sit down. Yeah, same with us.
We said 1, but it'll probably be 1:30, I'm guessing.
Randy says we'll drink spiked eggnog all morning, then eat around 3-ish, go to bed at 5, and then get up at midnight and eat again.
Ozzy Osbourne on the Morning Blitz. I don't know. It's 8:41. That's Kelly Quinn. I'm Thick Rick. Holidays are here. It is holiday season. We got Thanksgiving in 2 days. We got Christmas in 5 weeks. There is I'll get to Thanksgiving here in a moment. I did want to mention this, though. There, that gig's back where you watch 25 Christmas movies and get paid $2,500.
Oh, yeah.
You know. And if you hate Christmas movies, you don't want to do this because you have to watch 25 movies in 25 days.
Guys, I've already seen 2 Christmas movies. I've already watched Elf, and I've already watched Christmas Vacation.
Christmas Vacation is on some channel every single day.
We watched, we just flipped to it. We caught it close to the beginning, so we just ended up watching the whole thing. But we did Elf on demand. My mom and I did.
Yeah.
And,
that was on last night.
Was it?
On, I want to say TNT. Four Christmases was on TBS before Christmas Vacation. I mean, it's just they're just going nonstop now. But if you love Christmas flicks, this is something you definitely would be interested in. I mean, if you're going to watch them anyway, the website cabletv.com is looking for a chief of cheer. That's what they're calling it. To watch 25 holiday movies in 25 days and then review each one of them. In exchange, you get $2,500 and you get a 1-year subscription to Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime Video, Max, Apple, Hallmark, and DirecTV Stream for a year, plus $2,500. That's pretty good to watch 25 Christmas movies. Oh, and you get a sick blanket from Minky Couture, whatever the hell that is.
It's couture. I love it.
It's a sweet-ass blanket, it says. It really does. Sweet-ass blanket. You must be 18 and eligible to work in the U.S., obviously have something you can stream on. and be able to watch 25 movies in 25 days. They are accepting applications now through Friday, again, at cabletv.com, and the person who will be picked to do this will be announced on December 5th. I mean, what do you got to lose? Just go to cabletv.com and sign up.
Yes.
Then watch 25 Christmas movies and get a year of everything and $2,500.
That sounds good to me.
All right, so, we were talking about what time we would eat during normal or no.
Yes.
And about whether we're skipping breakfast and all of that stuff. I got some numbers here, and it kind of, I was like, wow, I did not realize it was really this much. The average American during just the Thanksgiving meal will eat just a hair over 2,000 calories.
Yeah.
Okay. And so that's just for that meal. That doesn't include snacking, leftovers, alcohol. This year, 14% of people are planning, I'm one of these people, to eat over 3,000 calories on Thanksgiving. 4% of people are planning to eat over 5,000 calories. Okay.
Okay, now, let me just say this. Is I ate a pint of Buckeye Blitz ice cream, Grater's ice cream, and I think that is 1,300 calories, if I'm not mistaken. That was just a dessert for me. I ate all other meals and a pint of Buckeye Blitz ice cream. That alone was 1,300 calories.
You not gain weight?
Well, I don't do that every day.
Okay, well, that's fine. In moderation, it's okay.
But I'm thinking I must have had 3,000 calories that day.
Okay,
easily.
well, according to dietary guidelines in the U.S., adults should consume anywhere between, it's pretty wide margin, anywhere between 1,600 and 3,000 calories per day.
Depending on probably your energy output.
Age, weight, and gender. It depends on age, weight, and gender.
And how much you move around.
Yeah,
which
well,
I don't.
I would think so. That has to be a big part. How much exercise do you get?
Yeah, I like to kick back. You know that.
Well,
so.
Yeah. Well, who doesn't?
I probably need the lower end of those calories.
I am going to eat that 3,000 calorie meal Thursday, and then I'm going to go park my ass and watch football.
Yes.
So, yeah, no, I'm not. Thursday is not a day I'm trying to lose weight. I'm not trying to stick to a diet.
You know what? In fact, if I see you out running Thursday morning, you make me mad.
You are the a-hole.
I look at you and I think, good for you. Out there exercising. It's just really based in jealousy. That's what it is. Because I think, oh man, you're really ahead of the game now. You're way ahead of me. Now I feel like a lazy piece of crap.
Maybe I should take a walk Thursday morning. Not a run. Just a walk.
Not a run, just a walk.
Just a walk.
Just be easy on the joints.
What is the weather on Thanksgiving? Early rain, snow mix, high of 42.
Nope.
Yeah, no.
Sitting down.
Yeah.
All right, well, we tried.
All right, so here's a good question for you. What's the most passive-aggressive thing you can bring to Thanksgiving dinner?
Oh.
I think I'm sitting here trying to think of stuff, and I'm like, what if I walk in with a turkey that's twice the size of the turkey you've got?
Okay.
That's pretty passive-aggressive,
right?
That
is. You know what my passive-aggressive thing that you could bring is stuffing that has any kind of raisins or apples or anything
oysters.
in it. No, anything sweet.
Oh, okay. All right.
Don't put anything sweet in your stuffing. That's passive-aggressive. You're saying something to me.
Right.
Like, I don't care about you. That's what that's communicating to me, that you could care less about me.
What if I walk in with, like, a pizza?
No, I love that.
Oh, really?
Oh, I love it.
That's not passive-aggressive?
Heck no.
What if I walk in... What if I bring my own tablecloth?
Yeah, that's fine.
That's not passive-aggressive?
No. Why would it be?
I don't know. I just feel like...
We just think
like
you're
I'm
weird.
trying to one-up you.
Oh, I don't care about one-upping. You can one-up me all day long. Just don't put anything sweet in my stuffing.
What if I bring nothing, no side dishes, no drinks, no nothing, but I bring Tupperware to pack leftovers?
Yeah.
All right, now am I being passive-aggressive?
No. You're being absolutely, totally transparent.
Okay.
You're not being passive-aggressive at all.
All right. Well, you guys tell us, what is the most passive-aggressive thing you can bring to Thanksgiving dinner?
Tyler says White Castle stuffing. Thank you, Tyler. That is passive-aggressive.
Is it? What if people really like it? Unless they already have stuffing.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're asked to bring the stuffing...
And you bring White Castle stuffing.
I'm still being passive-aggressive?
Yes. Toward me. Because I've already told you I hate it.
Oh, but what if I didn't know?
Okay, well, we're talking about passive-aggressive toward people you know.
I guess you would have to know to be... Okay, all right. Tell us the most passive-aggressive thing you can bring to Thanksgiving. Star set on the Morning Blitz, 8:52 with Kelly Quinn and Thick Rick talking about the most passive-aggressive thing you can bring to Thanksgiving. You know, I mean, sometimes you're the black sheep of the family. You're the fire starter. It was funny because Tyler texted in and, you know, when we were talking about this just before the song there, and said White Castle stuffing, which Kelly got upset and said no. And then Tyler texted and says, I knew that would trigger you, LOL.
100%.
But,
I was absolutely triggered by that.
But he did say, Kelly, I feel like your Thanksgiving would be wholesome, such a good meal, and then you just fall asleep about 30 minutes after.
That pretty much nails my exact evening right on the head. Yep. Let's see. We had somebody text. They didn't leave their name, but they said the most passive-aggressive thing my sister brings is her attitude every year.
Oh, okay. All right. Stephanie said a ham. Like if, you know, and that's if nobody asks, right?
Right.
And you bring a ham.
Bring like an alternate main dish. Okay.
Oh, can you imagine you brought a tofurkey?
Yeah.
Oh.
Though I could almost understand that. If you were like vegan or vegetarian and you knew you weren't going to be able to eat what was provided, that doesn't feel passive-aggressive to me. It really doesn't.
All right.
I feel okay about that. David sounds like he's playing some kind of game I'm unfamiliar with, but I love it and I'm on board. He said you could show up with an empty container, and when asked, what did you bring? You say beef and punch your cousin.
Maybe I got beef with my cousin? Is that what he means?
Oh, yeah.
Is that
love
what he
it,
means?
David. Beef and punch your cousin.
Let's see.
Katie says most passive-aggressive thing to bring would be me. She said, my cousin and I fight like crazy, but I'm getting holiday pay and a ton of leftovers this year.
Oh, my gosh. Dave said a bucket of KFC.
Okay.
Oh, JC said taking my mom's pumpkin pie to my stepmom's Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh, and telling everybody what it is.
Oh.
All right, JC.
Oh, you guys are something else. That's great. Stefan said dressing up like a Native American. I don't know if that's passive-aggressive or just racist or what is that? I mean, what would you...
I don't know. Isn't that when we made peace with the Native Americans? We shook hands and ate maize together. Isn't that what we did on Thanksgiving Day?
That's what the illustrations in my second grade history book
That's what I'm
me.
recalling from. Yeah.
I've heard many different things since I
don't think we started the killings until after the first Thanksgiving.
Oh, is that right?
I think we were all at peace on Thanksgiving, weren't we?
I don't know.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Like I said, I haven't learned anything about the actual Thanksgiving Day since, like Thick said, around second grade.
I don't know. I feel like they kind of just molded this into a nice story for us to learn in school, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know how accurate it is.
Yeah.
I am thankful to be here, though. Thankful for a lot of things. You know, there's a lot worse countries to live in, and I'm good.
They're all worse. We're the best, man. USA.
I don't know about all that.
USA. Where else would you go? That's like super freaking awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. I know people talk about New Zealand.
Yeah, you want to deal with all the weird bugs down there and the gigantic spiders and all that?
That's an awful nice land there.
No.
Coastal.
Hard pass. I'll vacation, but I want to come home. I need my 4 seasons, and I need my small spiders.
I don't want to live anywhere else. I'm just saying if I was going to pick somewhere. My son always talks about Australia.
Yeah.
How cool that place is.
Nope. Have you ever seen their bathroom spiders there? They're bigger than your freaking hand.
Okay, we get it. You have to be a place where there are not massive bugs.
Small spiders.
I got you. Small spiders.
Even a wolf spider in Johnstown is too big for me. I might move. Where do they have smaller spiders?
And now, 3 things you need to know before you go.
Change of venue for the upcoming trial of Billy Wagner III, whom prosecutors say, with his wife and 2 sons, took part in the murders of 8 members of the Roden family back in 2016. A ruling yesterday granted the defense its request to hold the trial outside of Pike County because of the amount of public and media interest it has received. I got news for you, buddy. Everyone in the state of Ohio knows this story.
Yep.
And beyond.
Yep.
A new venue has not been announced. Charges have been filed against a former Cleveland poker dealer accused of taking from the pot. Listen to this.
Oh, man.
51-year-old Jason Saliba was a dealer at Jack Cleveland Casino and was accused by a player back in September of inappropriately pocketing chips from the bet pile. Casino management reviewed tape from that incident, and then they reviewed tape from other incidents and determined that Saliba had stolen from pots more than 14 times.
Jeez.
He's pleaded not guilty to charges of violating casino gaming laws and misdemeanor theft. Though you have to know, they have to tell you during training, if you are employed by a casino, that they can basically see up your butt. That's how much surveillance is there. So I don't know how you think you're getting away with it, but probably it's a desperate situation. I don't know. But anyway, let's move on to the 2024 Dictionary.com word of the year. Demure.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Now, this had its 15 minutes of fame on TikTok thanks to Jules LeBron's use of the phrase. Jules LeBron is a TikToker, and she used the phrase very demure, very mindful.
Very demure, very mindful.
Very mindful.
And so everybody was using that for, like I said, about 15 minutes. The word, which traditionally describes those who are reserved or modest, has come to describe someone who seems very sophisticated. So that's
very demure, very mindful.
Yes. So demure is the 2024 Dictionary.com word of the year, and those are your three things.
What is happening? I can't.
We're getting all of our words of the year from TikTok.
You are so dumb.
You are really dumb.
This is stupid.
Right. Jeez. Know what I think about that?
I don't care.
You just don't care. I love Kevin Meaney.
He's great. Oh, we got an interesting text here. It says, OSU facts. Since 1934... OSU has beaten Michigan every year that the particular year has ended with a 4, except for 1964.
Oh, there is an exception then?
One exception.
Oh, boy. We're not going to lose to Michigan. There is absolutely no way we're going to lose to Michigan.
We are favored by 20.5 points, Kelly.
Yeah.
That's the line on the game. I'm like, when is the last time that we were favored? Either side was favored by over 20 points.
If we lose this weekend to Michigan, we're closing up shop. Like, no more football program. We're done.
I will miss you, Ryan Day. I'm a Ryan Day fan. I like you, but if we lose Saturday, I will miss you. And it's not because I'm saying you should be fired, but you will. So we can't lose the game.
Yeah.
And Rachel Ray says she absolutely hates that word.
Steve says at least it wasn't skibbity toilet or Riz.
Goose said, very demure show today, guys. Have a demure day. You too, Goose. All right, well, anyway, regarding the Buckeyes, since it is a short week and we are not here Thursday and Friday, Jeff Logan will be in tomorrow.
Yes.
He will join us tomorrow, 7:35, and we will get into some OSU Michigan fun.